This is lesson 1-1, variables and expressions. Our first term that I want to define for you is an algebraic expression. An algebraic expression is the sum or product of numbers and variables. An algebraic expression, once again, is the sum and or products of numbers and variables. An example of an algebraic expression would be 2x plus 4. Another definition is the definition for the term variable. A variable is a symbol used to represent unspecified numbers or variables. We usually use the letters of the alphabet as variables. A very popular variable is X or Y, but you'll see that we can use any letter of the alphabet really as a variable. Another term that I want to define for you is the term constant. A constant is a term whose value doesn't change. So a constant would be a number. The number 5 is a constant. It doesn't matter in which expression or equation I place the number 5, its value remains to be the same. So a constant would be a number. A term. In algebra, a term could be either a number or a variable, or the product or quotient of numbers and variables. That is called a term. So here we have the expression I gave you a moment ago, 2x plus 4. Notice that x is the variable, 4 is a constant. This variable expression is made up of two terms. 2x is one term and positive 4 is the other term. Okay, let's continue. Whoops, went too far there. Okay, some more definitions today. Factor. The word factor refers to the quantities that are being multiplied. For example, 2m in the expression 2m is because they are being multiplied. 2 is a factor and m is a factor. The term product. Product is the result of the multiplied factors. For example, 2 times 3 equals 6. 6 is the product. Okay, let's review powers. In powers, you have a base and an exponent. The base in a power is the number that is being multiplied. The number that is being multiplied. That is your base. And the exponent tells you the number of times the base is used as a factor. So in this example, x raised to the 4th power, x is your base, 4 is your exponent, and x to the 4th power is your power. Please note that x to the 4th power does not mean x times 4. It means x times x times x times x. It means that you will repeatedly multiply the base x, and you're going to use x as a factor 4 times. That's what that means. Okay. I know this is a lot of notes for one day, but it's great that you can do this at home. Okay, when we translate verbal expressions to algebraic expressions, there are a few key words that you will look for and you will recognize that will point you to the operation that you want to use. All right, so I wanted to give you some of those. For addition, some key terms are more than, the word sum, the word plus, increased by, added to. Those are some key terms that you can use when translating from either verbal to algebraic or algebraic to verbal. For subtraction, here are some key terms. We have less than, subtracted from, difference, decreased by, and minus. Those are just some of the popular terms, key terms that you can look for. In multiplication, when the operation is multiplication, here are some key words you're going to find. The product of, multiplied by, the word times, and the word of. Let me make a little note here that the word of is normally means multiply when you're dealing with fractions or percents. And for division, our key terms are quotient and divided by. Okay, I have a few problems that I'm going to do with you, and then a few that I want you to do on your own today. Exercises. Write a verbal expression for each algebraic expression. I'll do my best to write neatly. It's not that easy with a stylus, but I'll try my best. Okay, so I'll do number 1. W minus 1. And I can write it just like that. W minus 1. I could also have W decreased by 1. I could also have the difference of W and 1. There are many possibilities here, but I chose to use the key term minus for that one. Number 4. I'm going to do number 4 with you. 12D. Well, there is an operation there, and it's multiplication. So I will translate it this way. The product of 12 and D. You could also have written 12 times D, 12 multiplied by D. Any of those would have been fine. Okay. Let me go ahead and do number 10. 6k cubed divided by 5. I'll write it this way. The quotient of, now what are we dividing? We're dividing the product of 6 and k cubed, so I'll write it that way. The quotient of the product of 6 and k cubed and 5. Okay, so on your own today, I would like you to do translate number 3, number 7, and number 11 on your own. Okay, now let's practice doing some exercise where instead of going from the algebraic expression to the verbal expression, we're going to go from the verbal to the algebraic. Okay, I'll do a few and then I'll assign a few for you to do on your own. Number 1, I'll do. A number decreased by 8. We'll let n represent that number. So it's a number being decreased by 8. 8 is being taken away from that number. I'll skip down to 4. I'll do 4 with you. 4 times a number, that would be 4n. 4n. I'll jump down to number 8. 3 less than 5 times a number. So it's 5n minus 3. 3 less than, that means 3 is taken away from 5 times a number. Okay, on your own, I'd like you to do the following ones. Go ahead and look at number 2. Do number 2. Whoops, sorry about that. Number 2. Go ahead and do number 6 and number 9. Okay, don't forget to jot down any questions that you might have on any of the terms that we've gone over. We will practice more in class tomorrow, and I will answer all of your questions. Be ready in case there may be a quiz, as any day there may be a pop quiz on lesson 1.1. Okay, God bless you. Have a great night.